Hey, it's Ebony back with another episode of R&B Vibes, and I'm with a queen that gives you the stars, the moon, and all of your needs. It is Luna L. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Man, when I tell you your music puts me in a whole nother place, it's that voice.
Oh my gosh.
How
Um,
did you always have this powerful, sultry type of sound?
it's definitely something that's more natural to me. I feel like that's where my voice gravitates to. That's the kind of music I've always loved as well. So I feel like I just kind of grew into it, but there was a period of time where I wasn't really accepting of that part of my voice.
Mm.
So I feel like it's definitely something that I grew into, but it was always something that I had.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, because I grew up in choir and second alto, that deep alto, it's hard to say, yeah, that's my voice and I'm okay with it because you're always used to sopranos and how they sound.
Yeah. Sopranos definitely do get a lot more shine, but the altos hold it down too. Like,
Yes, we listen, alto, I always said alto is attitude. You have to have some attitude to be an alto. So it works for us. So, what was some of the things that you did in order to embrace your voice? Was there a particular list artist that you listened to that you liked a lot that allowed you to say, this is me, this is a representation of who I am?
definitely my mom introduced me to Toni Braxton
Oh
when
my
I was,
gosh, of course.
yeah, she's a legend. Like, talk about it to her. And I feel like that was my first time where I was really like, oh, I like low voices. Like, I love the depth and the character and the velvetyness and just the texture of a low voice. And
Mhm.
I feel like that's when I started kind of trying to lean into that. Um, and then I found more like Sade, even Brandy has like a pretty low voice. And I was just like, all these people with these low voices are killing it. So I feel like it really inspired me to accept and embrace that part of my voice and where my voice is just naturally. So I feel like that was a turning point for me.
Okay, so you found your sound, but then how did you find yourself as an artist? How did you find who you wanted to be as an artist?
I feel like honestly, I'm still constantly finding myself as an artist and as a person, especially because I started so young. I feel like I always knew around kind of what I wanted to do, but it's more now I'm starting to really pinpoint where I want to take my stuff, um, the message that I want to bring, just finding a way to make my unique sound and really lean into experimentation, going out of my comfort zone while still maintaining that vision that I have for myself.
Mm.
So it's definitely been a journey and I'm still finding myself, but I think 90s R&B really helped me ground my sound and where I wanted to take my artistry just because that's what I grew up on. That's what I love so much. And I feel like that's where I felt the most soul and the most seen as an artist. So I feel like that's kind of how I started to find where I wanted to go.
Well, you started at 15. Did you know that's where like your direction at 15 years old, or what were some of the challenges that you had to go through at such a young age in this industry?
Definitely trying to get out of that box that I feel like a lot of younger R&B artists are put into. A lot of the times you can get sucked into trends and what's trending in
Mm.
that moment, and you don't really have your own sound. You're just copying a sound that works. And I really, really did not want that for myself. Even at 15, I knew that was not what I wanted at all. I want to always remain timeless. I want people years from now to look back on my stuff and be like, wow, this was really good, and not just think about the time period in which it came from and, oh, it was good for that time. So I feel like that's something that I've always known, even though I was so young. That was just something that I was so adamant on. I was just like, I don't want to be in trends. I just want to find what works for me, whether that's mainstream or not. It could be jazz, it could be classic. I didn't care what it was. I just wanted it to be true to myself. And it definitely was a challenge to find that sound and really have the guts to stick to it, but I'm glad I did. So
Yeah, of course. And your penmanship. I mean, who inspires that or what inspires that? Because when I tell you, I get lost in your music. I got to give a shout out to your song 3 Days, 3 Nights because man,
oh, oh, oh my God.
girl,
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'm sitting there and I'm like, this queen is everything. So, what inspires that? Who helped you understand who you were as a songwriter?
Honestly, my songwriting has been all over the place. I take from everything. I
Mm.
will take from my friends' stories, from TV shows, from everything. And I feel like the more I grow, the more personal my music gets. So I'm definitely starting to take a lot from my own personal experiences now. But there was a time that all I was doing was in studio, in school, back home. I was just a little angel child, didn't have no issues, no problems. So a lot of times I would turn to my sister and I have
Mhm.
an older sister, and she's been so helpful in me kind of finding what to write about, but also just like learning about how life is and like the trials and tribulations that it puts you through. And I feel like I got to see that really early just because we were always best friends. And yeah, so a lot of my songs are actually about her
Oh
situation.
my gosh,
Like,
girl.
put her out there. Happy people. Yeah, so I
you
feel
got
like
to you
help.
got to give her writer's credit when you do your next song, your next album. Give her writer's credit.
Yes, right there at the top.
But shout out to sisterhood because I feel like it's in sisterhood you even learn more about yourself. I mean, my older sister, I'm the baby in our family, and I love her so much. I definitely gravitate to her stories, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that when I get in that situation. So, period. That part, that's the T. But yeah, I mean, it's just great to have such a supportive family. People
Yeah,
that actually put into your creativity versus tell you, hey, that's not where you should go because music is this, that, and the other.
yeah,
I know that you hear that a lot, don't you, about artists getting into the music industry and families saying no.
yeah. That's definitely something that I'm so grateful that I did not have to experience. My family's always been so supportive. They show up to everything. And
Oh,
if they don't, it's probably because I told them not to, not because they didn't want to. They're, especially my parents, everybody's always been so supportive of me, and I'm so grateful for it. Especially being the youngest, and all
mm,
of my siblings went through a certain path of like get good grades in school, go to post secondary. I I was very scared to kind of say that I didn't want to be a lawyer. I didn't want to be a doctor. I didn't want to be what all of like my aunts and uncles and what my parents wanted me to be. There was something that I wanted for myself separate. And it was very nerve-wracking to kind of say that at first, but the reaction and the response really pushed me to continue. And I felt very supported, and my aspirations felt very like welcomed. And I was very happy about that. And I feel like that's a large part of why I'm still so actively pushing towards this goal.
mm,
Yeah. So I feel like family support it means a lot more than people think it does. And I feel like it can get pushed under the rug a lot and like yeah, but you can do without the support of your family, yes, but having that support is it's just so heartwarming. Like you just feel like you're so seen and welcomed, and that
yeah.
everything you're working for, you don't have to like fight to prove a point all the time. And I think that's very good. That's what helps me.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the best thing ever. I am so happy for my family to support me, so I get it. And now look at you. I mean, now the main stage, touring and all of that. Like you took a dream and made it into a reality. And of course, with the family and friends behind you to push, you're doing the impossible. And I know you've had to have a moment of reflection.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of everything's moving so fast, and I feel like a lot of the time you can kind of miss out on your own achievements, which is so crazy. But and I if somebody were to tell me that a couple years ago, I'd be like, no, I would definitely celebrate each achievement. I'd be so happy. But you do one thing, you're on to the next. So taking that moment to kind of sit back and look at your journey so far is so important, but also so underrated. I feel like a lot of people just don't, just because everything's moving so fast. So
Yeah.
I definitely know that I get caught up and I forget to reflect and really just let each moment sink in. But I'm definitely working on that more, and I do get to really bask in a lot of the moments that happen, especially the past 5 years. So, and the future ones that will inevitably come. But yeah,
Yeah.
fashion has definitely been a huge part of this year for me, especially.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have to find a moment. It's hard, of course, when things are going by so fast, but find a moment to have that reflection. So for me, I'm like a dog that's in the bag looking at the window. Like I'm looking out the window, looking at the trees, and it's that moment when I look outside and observe nature, I'm able to say my wusa and realize this moment. I have to just reflect and hold on to it because it soon turn into memories, soon turn into this was versus this is.
Yeah.
So finding that time period is so important. Do you have a favorite moment in touring or being on stage? A favorite moment with a fan that you're just like that right there? Love that time. I can't forget that.
Oh my gosh. It was on my first tour. I was opening for a rapper named IDK,
Mhm.
and it was the Oakland stop. And there was a little girl. Oh my God. She was so cute. I can't. She had to be like maybe like 3. And her dad brought her right up to the stage. And she was so into everything. Like she was just into every single note, every single
Mhm.
word, every single movement. And he brought her up after I got off the stage to me, and he said she has never, like, literally never been this happy. Like this is what she wants to be, and you're inspiring her so much right now. And that for me, I was like, oh my God. I was like, that was me as a
Yeah.
kid watching Beyonce, watching the Brandys, watching the Jasmine Sullivans, the everyone. And I was just like, that was literally me at some point. And the fact that I get to have the same impact on
Yeah.
someone like the legends that I grew up on did to me was so surreal to me. And I will literally never forget that. Like,
Mm. That would make me cry. I think I would still be crying if I was
oh
you.
my gosh. I had to fight for my life. Tears would come out. Oh
Oh,
my gosh. She was
but
so,
it makes a difference. It definitely makes a difference.
it does.
I
I
think
feel
it
like,
puts, go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. I feel like seeing the impact versus just trying to see when it will happen almost.
Mm,
You can anticipate something like that, but it's just not the same as when it actually happens. Like you get a different type of like adrenaline to push you forward. And I feel like if I'm ever struggling, I remember that point in time and I'm just like, this is what I'm doing it for. This is the exact reason why I started. Um, and it's so important to be able to have more moments like that because, again, those are the things you look back on when you need a boost.
yeah. I feel like you lose perspective sometimes when you're so going so fast, but man, those moments right there, If that was your girl, I would name a whole song after her. I'd be like, hell, this is my child now. 'Cause but it just brings back it brings everything back to center. So I just love that. And I know you also love when you have fans, you're looking out there and they're singing your songs, they're knowing the words. It's like how what wild moment, right?
I like sometimes I'm actually just like looking at people sing my songs and I'm like, wow. Because a lot of the time you just see a number on a screen.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for that number. And I'm so grateful for the people who make up that number, but being able to see the people who make up what you see every day, what you can take for granted so easily, I feel like it really grounds you and like everything just feels extra real when you see that. A lot of the times if I feel like it can feel like a fever dream and
Mm.
like am I gonna wake up? Like, what's going on? But being able to see people sing your songs, enjoy your songs, connect to your songs is what makes me really look back and be like, this is what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is helping people, is staying with people, is people are attached to it. And I just, it's so crazy to me. Even now, it's still crazy, but so grateful always, like always.
It's going to get crazier. It's going to get crazier because people are growing with you. They're growing with you in your penmanship and your song and your singing and everything. And I swear you're creating a staple for yourself in the game. So just look forward to all the many more flowers and many more moments of crowd interaction because you are so amazing. Which is of course going to lead me to your latest single, AM/PM. What? Where this come from? I said AM/PM, AM/PM, Central Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time. I was down for all of it. Where did this song come from?
Honestly, this song was made when I was on my first headline tour, when I had
Mm,
to stop actually, and I had a writing camp in London, and beautiful, beautiful writers, such talented people in London. Let me just pause for a second. Everybody in London in the R&B scene, oh
mm,
my gosh, so
I
underrated,
know.
so talented. I'm just like, I was so inspired.
Hmm.
This is a song that came out of that, and I really I feel like it took a minute for me to really connect to it, but once I got it, I was upset.
Mm.
I said, "Yeah, you know what? This is
This is
the
it. This is it right here.
way." And I feel like it just I don't make love songs very often. I feel like it's always sad, heartbreak, like where's
Yeah.
the happiness in in my music? So I felt like it was very refreshing and I loved how sensual it was and I feel like my voice goes really well with that kind of stuff. So I was so excited to put it out and I was out and I'm even more excited.
Girl, you did your thing. You did your thing. I love the song. And honestly, we like real quick, like you said, pause. London does have amazing R&B artists. I don't know what it is in London. I don't know what they got going on,
Something in the
but
water, I don't know.
something to watch. My girl right now is and forever will be Shay Universe. That's my heart, my soul. Every time I just
Mhm.
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Girl, I I did an interview with her and I damn near threw the microphone at the computer. I said, "You can just have it. You can have all of this. I don't even care no more."
So good.
But yeah, but AM/PM, I think that it's sultry, it's seductive, it's loving, and honestly, even when it comes to heartbreak songs, those are okay because you can find beauty in heartbreak. You just gotta get away from the tears.
Yeah.
But yeah, I absolutely love the single. It made me want to know what is going to be coming out next. Are we going to get more of the romantic, of the all right? We're going to take it to the intimate side of R&B. What are we doing with it?
I definitely think there's a lot of experimentation that I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so there's going to be a lot of different vibes coming out. But I am in a space where it's more, everything is more intimate, everything is more. personal. Um, I feel like I'm really growing into myself and finding myself, and it's really going to reflect in the music that's coming out. A lot of vulnerability. Uh, it's just everything's a lot more personal, and I've been like this is a choice that I've made for myself, and I've been intentional in that
Mhm.
in the music that I've been making recently. So I hope it's received well. I'm excited. I'm excited to hear it. Definitely a little nervous just because, again, I'm working on being more vulnerable and showing a lot more of myself. So it's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm super happy about the results, and I hope everybody else will be too.
Yeah, please don't be nervous. We want to see the vulnerable side, the lover side of you, the every side of you. We are so excited, and I'm speaking as a fan. So I need it. I need you to do it. Okay, go through it for me. Uh, and don't forget, like there's always someone that is taking it as their own story, taking it
Mhm.
as a personal reflection. That is like I was there. That's me right now. That's how I in my love. And we are not going to be able to tell that full story if you pick up the pen, write it down
Mhm.
for us. We need you. But I am super excited for more music from you. And I gotta give a notable mention to some of the songs that I absolutely in love with. Halfway Broken, that was the song that took me to you. And then is it Taking Control? Taking Control. Love it. Y'all, her whole everything that she does, it's amazing. But that's my heart. And of course, 3 days, 3 nights. I am on repeat with that one. So AM PM, get it, love it, and understand that we're going to play it. How can they connect more with you and get more sounds from you?
Yes, all my socials at Luna L, Instagram, TikTok, everything. My Spotify, my all the DSPs, I'm there at Luna L, LUNAELLE. And I hope you guys will follow along in this journey.
Yo, do you have a name for your fans? Do you call them like Eclipse or Solar Eclipse or something like that? What you call them?
Wait, because I don't, and
You need one.
I was like, let them name themselves. Like,
Okay.
got it. Like I feel like they'll know when the time is ready. They'll know.
I'm calling myself a rising moon. That's what I'm gonna go with. We're gonna go rising moon. That's what I'm calling myself with you. Because I'm here for it and I'm gonna keep being here for it. Thank you so much for speaking with me today. And like I said, y'all gonna be able to hear AM PM and honestly probably a lot more of her songs on my show because I just love her and I'm a rising moon and we're gonna stay with her forever, forever. Thank you so much, Luna. You're just amazing and y'all just keep on listening to R&B vibes right here on 92Q.